Sarah Gallagher. I am one of the conservation supervisors for Lorain County Metro Parks. We are planting live stakes. So what that is a cutting from a shrub or tree species that particularly likes very wet soils. And why it's important is to provide additional habitat for the wildlife that is starting to occupy this land. With species like black willow, silky dogwood, and buttonbush, what we acquired from another property that we were doing a tree removal. So instead of removing those species, we've actually cut them to install at this park here at the Avon Wetlands. So we plant live stakes not only to provide wildlife shelter, things like that, but they also help stabilize the soil. So you'll commonly see that on stream bank restoration jobs or floodplains to really help capture the soil where it's at so it's not going to drift off to another system. So eroding stream banks are commonly seen using live stakes such as this just to help further stabilize any efforts that you may have done to that stream bank. So right now we're standing in a bit of a depression here, and it was created to store water from excess flooding. So this neighborhood all surrounding us used to experience some pretty detrimental flooding. So this depression here will allow the French Creek to rise and flood into this zone. So additionally, these plantings will help filter out different nutrients that are going to be passed through the system. And rather than just going down to French Creek, they'll settle down on this floodplain here and filter out what might be harmful downstream. This park is pretty special in that it is completely surrounded by suburban structures. So it becomes a hot spot, right? So right now we have some nice grasslands going on, but to provide additional resources, a nice shrub layer will provide nesting habitat and additional food sources for the wildlife here. So specifically this one here is a silky dogwood, and they do great in floodplains quite like this, and they provide really good coverage for wildlife. And essentially what it is just a cutting from that shrub species, and then you are able to puncture it into the ground, and eventually it'll start spurting off shoots, which then will generate like an actual shrub. So believe it or not, the stick will become a tree in maybe 5 years or so.